Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch. Welcome today to a double unboxing. Two new pieces that I've picked up to add to my personal collection. And I had a look back through the John Watt archive. There has never been a double unboxing with such a price gap, such a disparity between the two pieces. But it's not about how much you spend, is it? It's about how much enjoyment you get from a watch. And that doesn't necessarily correlate with the price tag in my experience anyway. So what am I going to be peeling off the stickers for our mutual entertainment today? Well, the first watch is a Vostok Gmt, a watch that I ordered no more than 5 days after seeing this. I've had a couple of cracks at the Gmt, but they're just not for me. I won't be buying a third one. Oops. In my defence, this isn't just another one of those 30 metres water resistant field watch super kitsch Gmts that I've tried to love but just can't. This one has 200 metres of water resistance, a GMT function, and it costs less than $80 US. This watch, if I like it, may end up being one of the biggest bargains of 2020. And the other watch is an Oris bronze big crown pointer date. Now that may be ringing a few bells with a few of you. If you've been here for a while, you may remember the great Oris 65 saga of 2018. Initially I bought a second-hand blue-black dial which I loved but then flipped, to buy a brand new Deauville dial which I loved but then flipped, to buy a second-hand bronze bezel 65 which I love and still have on my wrist more than 1 year after I bought it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Going to show that you don't necessarily get it right first time, but there is a path to redemption eventually. Now, some of you may remember that I picked up a bronze Oris Big Crown Pointer Day 80th Anniversary Edition at the beginning of last year, which I loved, but you've guessed, flipped, and I've just picked up another one, the brand new bronze on bronze with deerskin strap. Let's peel off some stickers. Well, it is somewhat reassuring to see that the disparity between the prices of these two watches is adequately reflected on screen with the disparity between the watch box sizes of these two watches. Vostok on the left, Oris on the right. I'm going to start with the Vostok today and come back for the bronze Oris. So this is a Vostok Gmt 650539. I'm not quite sure why I hadn't encountered this model up until early January. It's been around for at least 18 months. I saw that Shane on Relative Time did a review of this one in the middle of last year. I'm not sure how I managed to miss it. Now, in spite of this somewhat dubious cling film style packaging, or perhaps because of it, I bought this from MERANOM, which is the official factory shop in Chistopol. There are plenty of these available on eBay, and you may actually end up getting a better price on eBay, but if you're going to be buying accessories, then it makes sense to buy it together, to buy it as a bundle from MERANOM, and that's exactly what I did. Let's peel off some cling film. All done. If you're a Vostok veteran and have bought one or more Amphibia, you'll know that the bracelets on them are nightmare tinny hair-pulling pieces of utter junk and are best put in the bin straight away. However, the MERANOM mesh straps are actually pretty good. I'm a guy who likes the collar to match the cuffs. I really struggle putting a watch of one brand on a bracelet or a strap of another brand, so it made sense to me to order one of these mesh straps at $8. This is actually a really good quality mesh by any standards, and certainly by Russian standards. Let's get it fitted. But before we do, let's share the satisfaction of peeling off the dial sticker. And the caseback sticker. In fairness to the Gmt, this bracelet isn't as bad as the ones on the Amphibia. It certainly doesn't look like it'll take all the hairs off your arms, but it's got straight cut end links and generally feels pretty nasty anyway, so I'm still happy with my upgrade to the mesh. And there it is. So for $77 US plus $8 for the mesh plus a little bit for postage, certainly well under 100 USD delivered, you get a 200 meter water resistant Vostok GMT with factory mesh strap. I reckon that has got to be a bit of a deal, and the looks on this one certainly aren't as polarizing as a lot of the Amphibia and the regular kitschy common Durskies tend to be. But reassuringly, it seems to have a number of those old classic Vostok quirks, like the crown that only fully engages with the crown stem when you wind it out. I do like the small second up there at the 9:30, 10 o'clock, and it's an auto GMT for goodness sake. I've only looked at one auto GMT at this price. It was the Parnas, and I said in the video that I couldn't honestly tell you whether it was going to be working next week or next month. This thing, 10-year service intervals on that movement. I reckon this one will outlive me and probably many of you as well. So that's it, sized up on wrist, and I think it looks fantastic. I've got a 7-inch wrist in case this is your first time here or you have a really bad memory. I must have mentioned that in all of my 430 odd videos. Brushed stainless steel case, stainless steel crown, which you didn't get on the old Amphibias. Brushed stainless steel bezel. It looks fantastic overall. I'm not going to do a loom video because this is only an unboxing and I don't do loom or macro in an unboxing, but there's some loom in that insert. I'm really surprised and rather impressed with this for well under 100 USD. Now, adjusting the time, it's 4 PM in Sydney. I noticed that this GMT hand is slaved to the hour hand. So hour hand goes around twice, GMT hand goes around once. That means if you do want to use it to track a second time zone, which I guess is the reason that you bought a GMT watch, you're going to have to adjust this outer bezel accordingly. So London, currently 5 AM. I knock it that way, and that's the GMT hand set for GMT. Now, Vostok bezels, bi-directional and a little bit loose. I could see that becoming an issue if you were actually trying to track a time zone. Pretty easy to knock that. They've just got little retainer clips on the inside. They're easy to adjust. Maybe I'll do that for the full review video. But so far, so bloody impressive for the Vostok. I get it, not everybody likes these things. I'm a bit of an addict. This one, probably the most impressive Vostok that I've had on my wrist so far. Now the camera zoomed all the way back out to take in that big Oris box. Now clearly I have become a bit of an Oris fanboy over the last couple of years. This is the 5th Oris that has been through the house in that time. 3 Diver 65s and now the 2nd of these big crown pointed dates. Let's have a look. Standard packaging here. Now again, this is something I'm going to start talking about more in 2020. This Oris box is made using environmentally friendly materials, i.e. paper and biodegradables. This one should contain the instruction manual and warranty card. Where's my warranty card? Hang on a second, I hope it is in the box. I've actually had this one for 2 weeks. I've been itching to get into it, but I've been waiting for the Vostok to arrive, believe it or not. Hold on a second, let's pop it open. Ah, there's the warranty card, that's a relief. And there is the watch. Always nice to peel the stickers off a watch, always especially nice to peel the stickers off a bronze watch because they all come looking remarkably fresh, but they don't tend to stay that way. Now, I really enjoyed the previous pointer date. I wore it as a bit of a left field dress watch. I don't have an out and out dress watch, so the pointer date did that job for me. It's the right size, it's the right shape, it's discreet, nice taper on the strap. This one, as I said in the intro, made of stag skin, I believe, really complementing the watch nicely, and I think that will continue as the watch develops and evolves patina with time. So the right size, the right shape, but just different enough that bronze really gives it a bit of pop. So Oris, damn them, seem to be really good at doing this. They take a model and then every year they release a couple of new colorways and they just refine and sharpen, I think, the overall look. And to my mind, I've seen a few of these, but this is the best look so far. It is actually bronze on the dial, not just bronze paint, but that is a piece of bronze, but obviously hermetically sealed so the dial will not tarnish. You can't say the same of the case though. That case will start tarnishing from about 10 seconds ago. So if you haven't seen one of these pointer dates before, it's basically a 4th hand rather than having a date wheel. The pointer date, I believe, dates back to the 1920s. It was the first system of showing a date on a watch. The date wheel came a little later on, so you adjust it just as you normally would. This is a Salita 200 based module with a big dirty red Oris rotor slapped on the back of it as always. Manual wind with the first click, second click of the movement, and you can roll that date over. It is the 5th of February today. I'm recording on Wednesday, the 3rd pull, and you can roll forward to the time. It is 14.5 minutes past 4. That's it set. Let's get it on wrist. Lovely. There we are. These sit so well on wrist, these little Oris. You see what I mean about that kind of possibility of wearing it as a dress watch, especially given the taper on that stag skin strap there. Very nice indeed. Now, there is definitely something a little bit mad about me flipping one Oris for another Oris, gradually working my way to my favourite colourway of the model, but I definitely think this one was a right move. Nothing wrong with the green dial, but I saw this bronze dial and I knew I had to have it. So there we go, 2 new pieces for me and my personal collection. Quite different if I'm being honest, but on first impressions, both of them pretty fantastic. Both of them feel reassuringly familiar in their own distinct ways. I'll obviously come back with full reviews of these over the coming weeks and months with loom videos, wrist shots indoor and outdoor, macro, movement accuracy reports, etc, etc. But for today, that's your lot. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.